Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is David, this is David K Reacts, and here on this channel I ramble with articulation, I hope, about a variety of musical, video, and audio cues that I pull out of the videos that I watch. And this is episode 4 in my series Music That Inspired Me. And this one's a little bit off the wall, so bear with me for a minute. In this series I don't react to something, it's more just, these are short videos where I talk about music that has inspired me across the years and why. And this one is a real oddity, but it does have a very specific purpose, and I'll come to that in just a moment. The song in question today is Leave It To Us, Gov, which is sung by the Baker Street Irregulars in the musical Baker Street, A Musical Adventure of Sherlock Holmes, which was, I think, largely based on the Sherlock Holmes story A Scandal in Bohemia, written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle in the 1890s, of course. And this was a show that got mixed reviews. It had some very, very sort of noteworthy things to its name. It was the book was by Jerome Coopersmith. The music and lyrics were originally written by Marian Grudeff and Raymond Jessel. It had iffy response while it was in its regional tryouts, and so before it came to Broadway, additional songs were written with music by Jerry Bock and lyrics by Sheldon Harnick. And if you happen to have I feel like I know those names, Bock and Harnick are responsible for Fiddler on the Roof and She Loves Me, amongst others. So some very, very notable musicals. And actually Sheldon Harnick, I only realised this recently, I don't know if anyone's seen this, he wrote an English stage play translation of Les Parapluies de Cherbourg, or The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, which was a art house French film, which was absolutely marvellous and beautiful music in it. So check that out if you've never seen it, I recommend it. But that's not what I'm talking about now. I'm talking about Baker Street. This was also directed by Hal Prince. And if that name sounds familiar, he directed the original Broadway runs of so many shows. He got 21 Tony Awards for directing and producing, and some Lifetime Achievement Awards across his career. But he directed Fiddler, Bock and Harnick again. He directed the original West Side Story, Phantom of the Opera, Cabaret. He directed almost everything, I think, that Sondheim ever did, including Sweeney Todd, Pacific Overtures, Merrily We Roll Along, which is tearing up Broadway right now, or just finished. I can't remember how long it was running. I sadly did not get a chance to see it, but I have seen it before. And this show was also nominated for 4 Tonys. It was nominated for Jerome for Best Author, as well as Best Performance by a Leading Actress, for the actress Inga Swenson, who played Irene Adler, and for Best Costume Design. And it actually won for Best Scenic Design. So this is a Tony Award-winning musical, but it had mixed reviews. The reason I love it, and the reason I'm talking about this song today, is it has an absolutely bananas rhyme in it. And I guess in retrospect, there's nothing particularly complicated in it, but it awoke my lyric writing mind. I wrote musical theatre for a while. I put a musical on at the Edinburgh Festival Fringe that got a brief run in an off West End venue, and actually here in Toronto briefly as well. And I loved I've always loved language. I've mentioned this before on this channel in different videos, but I love lyrics, and I think people who are able to write really clever lyrics are just fantastic. I always enjoy that, and I'm not going to spoil the lyric in this. I am going to play through this song. This video, as I say, will probably be a little shorter because there's nothing much more to say than this. I came to it a little later in life, but it was around a point later in life. It sounds like I came to it in my 50s. It wasn't something I heard when I was sort of 8, 9, 10. It wasn't formative in that sense, but it was around a time where I was considering songwriting. I'd already done some and I wanted to do some more, but I wanted to get smarter about it. And I heard this rhyme. My friend and I back in the UK, who wrote the show with me actually, that went to Edinburgh, we loved listening to musicals. We would just put on whatever original cast recording we could and just listen to it and devour musicals. I'd go down to his place. He lived down the road from me. And I'd go down there and we'd devour 2 or 3 shows in a night and just really kind of listen to it and see what was fun, what was out there. And we listened to this. And there were bits of this that were great, and there were bits of this that were not so great. But this song really stood out to me, and I hum it now and then. And I don't. Sometimes it takes me a while to even remember what it is I'm humming, and then it's Leave It to Us, Gov, because it is catchy. But this, as I say, I know nothing. I haven't seen this show. I don't know the plot properly. I mean, I've read A Scandal in Bohemia, so I know that, but I don't know exactly how this translates to the stage. I just know the music, and this song in particular. So it's sung by the Baker Street Irregulars to Sherlock, and I think it speaks for itself. So I'm going to play this through, but I will stop when I get to the point that has the lyric in question, because that is why this is a song that inspired me.
The Baker Street Division of the Metropolitan Detective Police Force stands all present and correct, sir.
Gentlemen, I shall ask you to assist me in removing a packet of letters from the home of a woman in Serpentine Lane.
We're to pinch a batch of dear Johnnies out of some doxy's lodgings. Got it? Leave it to us, Gov. Leave it to us. Say the word and it's as good as done. It's done. What do you need, Gov? Look of a speed, Gov. For if for speed you need to do the deed, we'll do it on the run. Just name your fancy, although it may be chancy. We'll fill the bill without a fuss. And when no other blokes will touch it, not for money nor for love, leave it to us, Gov, leave it to us. Yeah!
That's one verse of the song. It's going to do that 3 times. It's a lot of fun. These guys are they're so lighthearted. I love the vibe of this song. Is it the greatest piece of musical theatre ever written? No, of course it's not. But it's just so enjoyable. Anyway, we carry on.
Your response is heartwarming.
He's so
However,
dry.
There will be no pinching involved.
How do we get the letters then, sir?
You will merely toss a smoke rocket into the woman's bedroom window. She will assume there's a fire and rush without thinking to save her valued possessions. I shall attend to the rest.
We send up the smoke and he does the pinching. Got it? You can depend.
Oh, also, love the key change each time.
You go right to the end. Everything is safely in the bag. What have you got, Gov? That was the plot, Gov. And in a shot we'll do the lot, although we're not the ones to brag. Give us an inkling, and in a twinkling, it's done, and there's nothing to discuss. For if you can't do it yourself, then by the blinking saints above, leave it to us, Gov. Leave it to us.
Again, very, very light-hearted. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I haven't listened to this for a little while, but I think this is the verse that has the lyric in question. So I'm going to let it play through, but then we will go back and listen.
Are they quite finished?
And ready for further instructions, sir.
You will receive
I love how military they're being about this as well.
the rest of your instructions at 10 o'clock this morning in Serpentine Lane.
All troops report, 4 bells, Serpentine Lane. Got it?
One moment.
I only wish that he interrupted that, boom, boom, one moment. Like, he kind of tripped over the music a little bit more. And obviously that's how it was designed that he didn't do that. But I feel like he doesn't interrupt them. It feels like he's almost missed his cue, just because of how long that gap is. I imagine on stage, he came in almost before the orchestra was done playing that second note. And I wish that was reflected in the recording, but yeah.
Watson, I've been meaning to speak to you about the Roylott affair. Did you send off the telegram as I told you to?
Leave it to us, Gov. Leave it to us. Your every little wish is our command. Truer than true, Gov. We'll see you through, Gov. Give us a clue and we will do whatever you may have in hand. We'll do our all, sir, at your beck and call, sir. We'll give you satisfaction plus. If you need a helping hand to give a little extra shove, give us a go, Gov. We give satisfaction, so go. Put us into action. Who you gonna trust to help you keep the peace? Surely not the London Metropolitan Police. Trust the irregulars, trust the irregulars. Wiggins, the Fellows, Nipper, Perkins, and McKibber. The Baker Street Irregulars. That's all. That's all. That's all.
And there we have it. I'm sure you got the rhyme I was talking about. It's 9 syllables. London Metropolitan Police. If you told me to ram that into a song, I don't know if I would do as clean of a job as this song does. It comes out of nowhere, and it's just so smart, because it's one thing, the London Metropolitan Police. It is... You could just put in police, but they put in the whole name, and that's what made it. And they made the scansion work, because the problem with something like this, and it's that that's what does it. Is it's that rhythm, London Metropolitan Police. If that was off, London Metropolitan Police, it sounds wrong. Right? That's what I hate that in songs, where somebody forces a rhyme in so hard that the emphasis is on the wrong, the emphasis is on the wrong syllable. Cheap gag. And it's the fact that they get that right.
If you need a helping hand to give a little extra shove, give us a go-go. We give
And it flows from this.
Put us into action. Who you gonna trust to help you keep the peace? Surely not the London Metropolitan Police.
It's brilliant. Who you gonna trust to help you keep the peace? There's the break there. Surely not the London Metropolitan Police is what it would sound like if you put that gap in the same place. So they sing over the gap the second time around. Just a really smart little bit of construction. And I enjoy sharing this because it's unexpected and it's fun. And it's a bit of harmless japery in musical theatre. Is it the greatest piece of musical theatre ever written? My goodness, no. There are going to be many better ones in this series as I go along. This one just stands out for such an unusual reason, and that's why I wanted to share it with you today. Thanks for listening. I hope that you enjoyed that. It's a silly little song that I really do get a kick out of. And I hope that you, I probably brought this to most people. I don't think many people know this show. If you happen to know it, let me know. Did you see it? Tell me what's going on. I have no idea what is happening on stage. I can just imagine. But I am sure it was enjoyable. But yeah, that's Leave It To Us, Gov from Baker Street. Thank you very much for watching. Please do hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you'd care to support the channel, you can do so by going to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, to patreon.com/DavidKReacts, which will also give you access to my Discord, or you can leave a super thanks here on YouTube. Any of those very gratefully received if you would choose to do so. Look after yourself, take care, and I will see you in the next video coming this Friday at 5 PM EST. Look after yourselves. See you then. Bye-bye.